Minneapolis City.
To post goals! What about that?
The People's Pitch Podcast, brought to you by Summit Brewing Company.
My friends, welcome again to the People's Pitch, the one and only podcast dedicated to your Minneapolis City Soccer Club. Today is a very special show as this marks our 1-year anniversary on the airwaves talking soccer. Woo-hoo. I am your gracious host, and as always, I am joined by my soccer sidekick, the Mr. Nathan Morales. Nate, welcome. Happy anniversary, buddy.
Hey, happy anniversary.
Yeah, how are things?
What's the 1-year anniversary? Wood? I
know.
hope you didn't get me any wood.
No, I would not get my
paper.
My
it might be paper.
Sidekick.
You gave me the printout.
Yeah.
Dude, time flies.
I bought you whiskey.
Oh, that is nice. Thank you. I'm enjoying it. So many good memories after just one season, dude. And
they let us back.
I know
because we're in charge of ourselves.
How can we top it this year? Let's find the fuck out right now.
We have a great show for you tonight. Well, as always, we've been filling the gap left by lack of city news with general soccer talk. But we'll discuss the unveiling of Minnesota United FC's kits that just happened and the response to that. But we'll also look back on the past year of shows and hit some of the highlights and lowlights and talk about the future. But we also have a player in-house today, the one and only city netminder, Mr. Big Game James Nair in studio today. James, welcome.
Thank you, John.
We'll be getting into some details with James a little bit later, but figured we introduce him so he can provide banter throughout the show.
Yes, hashtag banter.
Gotta give my opinion.
But I guess cheers to everyone listening. Thank you for being with us for a year.
1 year strong.
I guess we'll cheers our summits to that, and thank you Summit for being a sponsor for 1 year. We have a very shocking statistic to talk about.
We did it
when it comes to Summit beer and the show later. But anyways, yes, thank you everyone. We couldn't have done it without you. We literally could have, but we have to say that.
John, I don't know about you, but I was glued to my Twitter feed and Instagram feed on Friday. Hoping to get a glimpse of United's inaugural kits because I did not want to bother going to the kit reveal party. I had other things to do, so I was glued to my phone.
You're just going to wait for them to show up at Dick's?
Yeah. So, sure, there have been leaks, so it was like, I didn't really need to see...
Right.
I didn't need to see it in the flesh, as it were, but I did want to see on the phone in case the leaks were fake news. Yes. Which is a thing. Yes. So once the intense amount of fog cleared, I don't know if you saw the video that like Talisman and Kick had partnered up and had some live coverage on Instagram, but there was like 2 segments of just straight up fog. Where like I think they overfogged it with the fog machine, and they had to kind of.
I think it was more like it's something on fire.
They had they had a bunch of kids like dabbing out front, and it was like, okay, here come the kits, and then it was like you were up on a mountain. You were
crickets.
Yeah, covered in fog, and they were like, all right, so where are they? So after the fog cleared, we all got the look, and I was definitely whelmed. I'm not going to say I was overwhelmed. I wasn't underwhelmed. Is anybody ever whelmed? Because that was what I was. That's how I felt.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
It is now.
We can make it a thing.
It's a thing now. Yeah.
I think first of all, like this cookie cutter kit business is a problem for teams, especially when you're using a company like Adidas or Nike, where Nike literally has a like a form almost like they've got a web app where anyone can just be like, I'll do it.
Well, here's where I ask: do you want me to fill in my thoughts, or do you want me to wait?
Yeah, I just think that
dump everything I have on my
chest. I mean, I think like, and I want to say that because I think in the case of us in less Atlanta, but in us and any other team to kind of join who has had a history in the past, a soccer history, that maybe
even checkered.
Yeah, you could bring some. I don't know. Do you need to stick to the format? Do you need to stick to the template? Because I feel like we could have done a lot.
MLS Nike or Adidas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
which is a problem.
That's
Which is a
1A
problem.
right there.
Yeah,
That you have
yeah.
to be stuck in Adidas. It gives you no identity, like we've talked about. If you look at our jerseys, we have identity. Like our crest was basically designed around fitting well on merchandise, whereas like the other teams in the MLS, their crest is built around being the only thing that stands out on their jersey. So we built like a suite of
Which is counter to like having a giant fucking sponsor logo on the front of your jersey.
right, that looks like just a bullseye. like it looks like a literal target, right?
Or like my
Yeah.
girlfriend said, it looks like a breast-like object in the center of your
Yeah.
chest.
Just a
A
huge
uniboob.
nipple.
Yeah,
just
just
a
a
big
uniboob.
a uniboob.
So like the design is fine, right? Like the Target, the like eyesore Target logo.
I like the slash
big
jerseys,
one. I
the
think-
United States national team jerseys that had like the was it right to left sash?
Blue
Yeah.
and red.
Blue and red, and then they had the red and blue. They had the white and blue. So those were one of my favorite U.S. jerseys that they had, and I thought it looked cool. But like the color scheme's fine, but it's just like the logo looks just weird. This was the white one looks kind of like a knockoff you're gonna get like on the streets in Guadalajara. You know, like
Yeah.
It just doesn't. No offense, Nate. Sorry.
No, I totally agree that there's like some cute accents. Like I think the sash is good, and I'm saying cute because they are.
The
That's
numbers look cool.
That's like the
Back-
point of it is like to be like a little. Oh, that's just a precious, adorable little design element. Like there's the fake ass collar that they have like stenciled in. You know, it's not a real collar because that wouldn't be sleek.
No.
You know, so it's got to be a fake
Can't be
collar.
fast with a collar.
You can't be fast with the color, but it's got those huge issues, like like the off-center Target logo. Like even though the Target logo is big and dumb, at least couldn't they have just put it like move the sash over like an inch or two?
Why can't it go on top of the sash?
Right. Instead, it's like they're independent. Nothing works together, and I almost would have liked to have Trent stick around and give us his take on this as our chief designer.
Well, considering that the internet shit all over him on the design he made for us,
Yeah,
I don't
maybe-
think he's really. I don't think we're gonna get an honest opinion out of him.
So like I totally pushed back on this like kit is lit hype, this hashtag, and joined in on the kit is shit
Yeah,
the
I saw that,
hashtag.
I saw that, yeah.
Which I thought I made up, and then I searched hashtag kit is shit, and then of course everyone else
Like from 6 years ago.
in every kit reveal
Yeah.
since Twitter has been born,
Right.
has done it. But after a while, I just stopped caring. Like I don't care about the jersey.
I-
If it was awesome, it would be awesome. But if it's not awesome, so whatever.
I think the stock now rises of my long sleeve Loons jersey from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, like I think like with the red button and like the loon eye on the collar, that stuff is going to be. I'd rather wear that anyways.
It's like
right?
the Eye of Sauron on the collar of your shirt. That's
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
Well, no, it's the loon's eyes are red. So,
Right, I know.
Yeah,
It just
obviously, yeah.
looks creepy.
Why do you have to always nerd out?
Sauron.
You know what's funny is we'll talk about this later, but the one thing that you said you loved or you ended up loving was that called Gus the Stallion Who Mounts the World.
Yeah.
That's nerdy.
I know, but it just was funny because it was like random.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
There's
it's
only
great.
so many pop culture references that aren't nerd. There's only so many Will Ferrell comedy references you can make.
Right, exactly. But I guess my whole take on it is, it's good to see. It was funny because I think I don't know if it was might have been Brian Coleman or it was one of the former players that tweeted something out like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm looking at Minnesota United wearing a name brand." Mm-hmm. I think wearing that's cool and all, right?
Yeah.
But the downside of that is the fact that it looks like garbage, and it's one or the other. You know, you can never get both.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing when you've got, being in advertising, that you've got so many people so many different approvers, right? So many people that need to approve something that everyone's got an opinion and nothing is ever going to be great. Nothing can ever be great in this world, John. Everyone's going to hate it.
Everyone's gonna hate it.
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
am I gonna buy one? No. I mean, I've got plenty of old, like you do. I've got plenty of old, which is now throwback.
Throwback.
Right,
Yeah.
Loon's
Stuff,
gear,
yeah, that's
Loon's gear,
Yep.
OG.
lying around. I can rock this summer.
Yeah.
Things from
There's some North is Rising gear.
Some North
that,
is Rising that I'm
Dustin's
enjoying.
got.
Yep. So that's fine. That's great. I think maybe if I see one at Ragstock, I'll pick one up.
Right.
But the bigger thing is that they're $150, and I knew they were going to be expensive, but I looked into it because I said I was going to buy one, but $150, that's a pretty penny, man.
Yeah.
Come
That's a
on.
pretty penny.
That's just taking advantage of people.
I
Really,
know.
Like you really are clawing at the hype.
Still, when you're trying to build a fan base and stuff, trying to make it a little bit more economical for people to
Right.
get involved.
The coolest thing that they have is their warm up top.
Yeah,
that is
cool.
Their long sleeve warm up top. The one the black one.
Yeah.
But here's one thing that I wanted to note. So I was like, I agree with all the comments we've talked about. I agree with all the stuff we read on the internet. But the one thing that I saw is at the photo shoot, it looked so budget. Like if you look at especially coming from in the advertising industry, you look at a well put together photo shoot and everything it's literally perfect. Like someone's job is to make everything perfect. Mm-hmm. Well, there's wrinkles in the back. They just took them out of the package and put it on the players, and there's wrinkles down the sides of the pants and
You're talking about at the kit reveal event, or you're talking about a separate photo shoot?
At the kit reveal event and then the separate photo shoot.
Yeah.
Come on, man, pull out a steamer.
You didn't.
It's make this shit legit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't cut corners on that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to look cool and be whatever. So, but yeah, I thought that was pretty budget. But
that might be indicative of the whole, and this is kind of going to hopefully not send us down a huge rabbit hole, but that's indicative of the whole approach that we've seen, even on their social media and everything. It's kind of weird and a little amateur. It's they had a couple of interns that did really well last year, and they decided to be you're our social media manager now.
Continue.
Give us
But here's
10-line tweets with gigantic spaces between them.
But here's the league mandate of what you now can and can't say.
Right.
So it's I thought they did well without that, without the filter.
Mm-hmm.
We've learned in our, on our Twitter feed, we make sports interesting again.
Yeah.
They had to take and make it less.
They had to go
interesting.
backwards.
Yeah. So.
And how do we do that? How
that
do we
sucks.
innovate while still being boring?
Right. So, any last kid thing? I think the goalkeeper jersey actually looks the best.
It looks like
look
ours.
cool.
That's why.
That's what I was
Yeah.
actually thinking when I pulled it up. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Get your own colors.
Yeah.
Nads.
Yeah, right. So, anyways, enough about those guys. Let's talk about us. So, we said year one anniversary, and we went back and did the math. And as we mentioned, this is the anniversary of the first show, not
Right.
the day it was conceived, because that was 2 days before the first show. I was like, "Hey, man, want to do a podcast? I just bought a cool microphone."
Okay.
You're like,
It
"Sure."
is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the blue Snowball. In case anyone's wondering, it's the Snowball Ice. The best podcast microphone $40 can buy. But anyway, so who would have thought we made it this far? We figured that we would go back and kind of the archives and pick out a few of our favorite moments over the past to share with you folks. Before we start there, Nate, we talked about things a bit on our 2016 recap show, but do you think that we would have made it this far and have the momentum that we currently do? Not just for the team, but literally our show has momentum. They haven't quite reached out to us to talk. We haven't had a conversation with the people yet because they just don't want to talk to us. But where we currently stand, numbers are up, people are listening.
We're that far above them, obviously, that they feel intimidated. No, I'm just kidding.
This is for you people.
Honestly, I try to keep it humble, and I really have a level of insecurity around things that I do when I'm talking into microphones in general, all the way back to trivia days and stuff. But so I assume that we have 6 listeners, our parents.
No, we're going to go through the numbers.
My stepson's dad, who's trying to keep an ear open to avoid another repeat of last year's fuck, marry, kill debacle.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you're like, oh, it's cool. My kid won't repeat this. I was like, all right.
And then guess what? Anyway,
yeah.
So and yet here we are.
Now you're in the principal's office.
Yep, I was totally in the principal's office. But here we are, man. I think this is great. I think a year ago we didn't even know the team would last. So I think to say that the
we didn't know if we would have a team in a year.
Yeah,
a year ago.
I think to say that the podcast is still going strong and strong, it's going.
And
it's
we
great.
have multiple sponsors of the podcast now.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's
Jimmy Loops, he's on board.
Yeah, Loopian. Yep. J. Lou. But anyways, we talked about stats. So here's some eye openers, folks. We took a break in action when we were off for a few months, but we have recorded 39 episodes. That's why there's not 50. Mm-hmm. 50.
Every once in a while we missed a week.
Yeah. Oh, and we didn't miss a week. Every once in a while we moved the day when it was released, but we took off. We had nothing to talk about. Mm-hmm. But we've been on air a total of 2,342 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been 14,110 downloads in 38 weeks. 21 guests, 22 if you count Chairman Hudeman, and that includes James. Here's where we start getting a little shocking.
Yep.
219 total summits consumed, but possibly 234. I was kind of doing the math a little bit. It got a little hazy in there. So, but we can confirm
There
that
might be a missing case.
Yeah, we're missing a case somewhere. I don't know if it was just like one of those just random days we forgot it or what.
Yeah.
But that one glass of mezcal.
Yeah, because it was the only thing I had in the house.
Yep. And then countless whiskeys.
Many
Like,
whiskeys.
You can't
When
really,
we Skype together and do
Yeah.
the show from our houses,
Yeah, it's usually
you can hear the jingling.
Yep. You
the
can hear
ice jingling.
Yep. So anyways, cheers to that.
Yeah, it's always those are some. You gotta measure yourself by statistics, John. But I think you know what really makes the measure of a podcast and of men are the memories, that they have.
Yeah.
Let's break down some of our favorites, starting with our favorite guest outside of James,
Yep.
who you
Yep.
haven't really got a chance to impress.
I mean,
yet.
technically, you're year 2.
Year
yeah,
two.
You're year 2.
Why 2? I can deal with it.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's not really fair.
Next
No,
year
no.
we can say
You haven't
could be James.
fully like stamped your mark on the show
No.
yet, so we can't expect you to be like, let's talk about our favorite guest.
Okay, that's fair. I can deal with that for now.
So John, who are your favorite guests that we've had on the show in the last year?
Well, I have 2.
Yeah.
And I think we'll do. We
Two
usually
each.
do 3s, but let's do 2 each.
Yeah.
So number 1 was I believe it was our second or third show. We
Yeah,
had
really
we had
early.
Elder and Engel on together. And the reason why I thought it was like one of my favorites is because we got to the speed round time when I asked Elder when the last time he ate McDonald's was, and he was like 6 days ago or something like that. And then when I asked Engel what Luis Suarez would taste like if you bit him, he said McDonald's. So it was like,
I think the dynamic there was great because they've been friends for so long and they play
Yeah.
off each other really well.
yep. And it was a really great show because that kind of kicked off them being a duo of ambassadors when in our first year of like media interviews and going out to watch parties. And I went out to a couple with them, and it started that like guys in town carry the torch until the summer, and then when the college guys come in, they supplement it. So
Yeah.
and it was great having those 2 guys on. My next one was recently. It was our podcast with Timmy, and I thought like a lot of people don't know a lot lot Tim, and James played college soccer with him. Like his story is
Mystery
kind
man.
of fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at him and you're like, he looks like an accountant. He's not really an accountant, but he looks like he can obviously play soccer, but
Very well.
very well. And then you like start looking into him and you're like, oh my god, like look at all these records he has and all these accolades he has, and just like how he's a thinking's man soccer player. And he is well aware of the fact that he's limited athletically, but he like makes up for it in how smart he is as a soccer player.
He's a pretty bright guy, I'll say that much.
Yeah, he's so smart, and and he's just a good dude to hang out with. Like no one's ever is like, man, I hate Timmy. I can't fucking stand that guy. What a dick. No, it's the exact opposite. Everyone's like, love me some Timmy, and it could be the guy who plays the ball into him and gets it right back. Is like, wow, forward that passes, sweet.
Well, because we've met guys who it's the other way around, where it's like, I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah,
I can't say it.
Yeah.
He's so good, I can't say it.
Yeah, just please score if I'm passing you the ball because I know I'm never going to get it back.
Yep.
But no, it was interesting talking with him, and we had a great time. And that was part of the
That's
234 summits. We drank quite a bit that day.
Yeah, that was a good night.
That was a good day. But those are mine. So what about you, Nate?
Well, I would say, to stick with your recent memory, Dustin for sure was one of my favorites. Dustin Brandon.
I mean, I had him on there, but I figured since you're such a
I mean,
fanboy of Talisman
Well,
Cast.
I thought like we both agree that was a really good interview. Not only because he really opened up about his soccer career, but I think we got
reasons why he stopped playing.
Yeah, I think we got real in depth into his business and kind of life after soccer and what that could look like was for someone who's really passionate.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. And he's an interesting guy. He's got a lot of connections around town. He knows people.
He's a cool dude.
It was great to hang. And I think Jeremy, when we had Jeremy Viskovich on, he was a great guest. And it was because he's such a. I don't really know how to explain this except he's such a calm, classy, fun guy to talk to. Like, you're always relaxed around him, but everything he says is very purposeful. He's never really the jokester, but he says funny things. And he, like I said, real purposeful in kind of the comments that he made about his philosophy towards soccer, and especially before the season started, when we started talking about asking him kind of how he's going to approach the season and things like that. I thought that made me feel really good about the team. And then Duncan, I thought was really just hilarious, just a total goofball. I know because I wrote this. I'd crafted my answers assuming you would have said Duncan or you would have said Dustin. But Duncan, I thought was just what a weird kid.
Interesting.
Like, a high school kid that hadn't graduated high school yet that was going to join our team, and he just to get his
see where his brain's at. Yeah.
On like what being a goalkeeper was like. He's
Which
like,
we'll get to with James.
You gotta be weird, he said, and he was definitely fucking weird.
He's really weird.
Well, the thing too about Duncan, before we kind of get into the next topic here, is that we had like a whole room full of people, too. Like, remember Heap Street, the guy from Toledo, and his wife were here, and like Dan was that here. Dude? Yeah, Dan was here. Leslie, our intern, was here. You and I are here. Like, we had just like people drinking beers. The boardroom was full at city headquarters. Like, it was just like. And
Duncan was enjoying a giant bottle of water.
Yeah, he's just drinking water, and we're all having a great time. And he's like wearing flip flops and like sweatpants.
Well, then he had to leave to go to like prom or something.
It was just a bizarre day. But no, I agree with you. Anyway, so we've covered a variety of topics over the year.
Yeah.
From training matches to trials to fashion, most recently. But it's kind of hard to pick just one favorite topic. Nate, what are your favorite topics?
Favorite topic was absolutely the kit reveal. I think when we did our show at Kieran's,
yep.
Yeah, and we covered the kit reveal, and we walked around and we talked to people, talking to the fans, talking to the players. Everyone was excited about that. That was
a fun day.
Yeah, that was super fun, and that was just
Summit 2-for-1s.
Yeah, I mean that's always great.
Yeah, you gotta get a little lubed up.
Yeah. But my other favorite topic was getting ready for the Open Cup because there was such a buzz around it.
Yeah.
Like as we were talking about the new players, the players. It was a period of swagger that was unmatched since we'd started the podcast. Because I remember we started and we were basically like, we're gonna fucking own this shit, and everyone's gonna bow to us.
And then we ran into
reality, right? Like reality hurts and weather gets hot and Madison sucks. But like,
just two guys at Pride Fest wearing pink shirts,
just you and me. But I think like leading up to the U.S. Open Cup, when we were starting to talk about the players that were signing and the excitement around, like, look at all these guys that love Minneapolis City that want to become a part of this after what they've seen was really cool.
Yep. Mine. We talked about the Madison game, so my two are just number one, covering the Madison game because you and I spent the whole day together.
Yeah.
It was like we drove there together. We woke up and it was like, holy shit, we have 11 players.
Yeah,
like,
and right away we're texting each other like, how are we gonna? Is this gonna happen?
Are we even gonna? Are we have to forfeit? Like, what's gonna happen?
Should we make the drive? Is it gonna be worth it?
Yeah, and then we roll into Madison, and I was just joking, like two guys wearing pink Minneapolis City t-shirts. It was Pride Fest weekend when we're wearing like pink City shirts. Just hanging out.
Just
broing down.
Blended right in.
And then, like I helped coach the game. You sat on the bench drinking beer.
Yeah, why not?
Just like heckling other teams' players' hair from our bench.
Well, to be fair, first of all, they had terrible hair. Second of all, the bar was at field level.
Yeah,
so I could just walk behind the opposing bench and get a beer.
Yeah, I'm not saying what you did was wrong by any means. I'm just pointing it out. And then our win and the ride home, just jamming out to a Fish concert.
Yeah.
It's like all happy, like, hey man. And then I drove your car home.
Yeah, because I was so sleepy.
Yeah. Did we have a problem though too when I was driving? Like I almost ran into something because there was like something in the road.
No, there was definitely like a beetle in the car. Or
oh, that was
bee.
it. Yeah, some shit was flying around in the car. But covering that and then talking about it and then, like just revealing what we did that day was that was one of my favorite topics covered. But
all in one day, that's the key.
Yeah, all in one day. Yeah. But just general game coverage, I like breaking down the X's and O's with you because I feel like I have a different perspective than you do. And then like throughout the year, I was like teaching you like the different perspective of like what I look for and like what's successful with a player, what's not. And then just seeing like, we talked about this in our 2016 show, hold the tears back, folks. But like how much you learn from like us just working together and talking about soccer, in general. So I think that was kind of 1A, 1B.
Yeah, man. So like, obviously this show is just you and I. And running it without really a boss, there's nobody that tells us. We have no station manager. We've got no Chad Abbott really to tell us like what we can and can't say.
The only person who could is maybe Jimmy Loops.
Jimmy Loops and Summit, right?
They could be like, hey guys, less dick and fart jokes, please. Like, okay.
I'm trying to sell some cars here. We were like, sorry, Jimmy. But that's fun because we really can do and say mostly whatever we want, which is awesome. But then that also allows us to pick kind of what we'd want to do to hit the reset button. Like if I could change one thing from the last year, what would I do differently for the next 365? What would that be, John? What would you do differently this next year than we did last year?
I'd get a new host. No, I'm just kidding.
Give me that bottle of Bullet. I'm gonna go sit under a bridge.
Yeah, there's one right there.
There's one right out the window. Yeah.
No, I think, Nate, I can't quit you, so that's not going to happen. I want to get more people involved in the show. I want more fan feedback. I want people to, like, tell me, am I giving you, maybe we're just giving the right amount of juice. Maybe that's it.
Could be.
Might.
Or we're completely missing the mark, but we went through the stats. People are listening to this
Hips don't lie, man.
They don't. I mean, we are shaking that shit for 14,000 downloads. So
that's pretty insane.
I'd like to hit reset and like create dialogue. And we started the Twitter feed, so hopefully that gets us there.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it too. Is just being involved in the soccer community.
The other thing I'm thinking about is setting up like a Google hotline, where you can just like literally call the hotline and leave a message. Like a Google number.
I would love to prank call that.
Yep.
That's like the future, man. I don't even know how that works.
Like James calling in, like, we need more talk about goalies. But no, I'd like to really create more one-to-one dialogue with our fans.
Just drunks.
Yeah,
just like, how come you guys never talk about my man James Nair?
There you go.
Yep.
Is this James?
James.
I gotta go.
Like James
Quit calling. This is your 5th time tonight.
We're gonna block the calls. Yeah, your mailbox is full. But no, one-to-one, whether one-to-one, when I mean like one-to-one, like show to fan feedback, and because we know like the players, like we talk to the guys and like they listen, and they're like, oh, like Nate was talking shit about my game against Madison. And stuff like that.
It's true, because I did.
Yeah.
I actually listened to a couple of shows today just to kind of get
I did too.
And I remember, like, I might not be very kind to some guys when they don't perform well. And I remember you telling me that, like, some guys said that we weren't very nice to them. And they weren't the guys that I was mean to, so that's good.
But here's the thing about...
guys didn't think. No.
We're going to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole before we go to the next question. If we're not unbiased and, like, someone has a shit game and we, like, don't call them out, then it's not...
No accountability.
It's not beneficial to anybody.
Yeah.
And we're not like picking out of thin air, like picking on people.
No.
I'm not going to be like, oh my God, Goose, like pass the goddamn ball, like stop dribbling. No, what we're going to do is we're going to point out the fact that like the portions of the game where he could have, like passing the ball could have been more beneficial. We're not going to like, you know what I mean? We're going to be constructive. We're not going to be negative.
Yeah, I think there were a number of times where I broke it down like by the minute. Like there were a couple of times when like so and so had an open shot and they missed badly, and that's just like facts. That's that's just honest analysis. Really.
All right, so what's yours? What are we gonna get better on?
Oh, I think we got to upgrade our technology, or at least get a lock on our tech. We've had
we're working on it.
We're working on it, and I think part of it is like we started with basically like reading a blog about how you can just put an iPhone in a mug and it sounds like a pretty decent microphone, all the way to like, now we've got a real one, and I tried to get one and now it doesn't work together, and how do we Skype, and how do we make it all sound cohesive throughout?
Editing too. We could
and I think a big part of it is like maybe again, this is me being a little too hard on ourselves, and I don't really listen to a ton of podcasts out there that aren't recorded in like NPR or something.
Or like
where they've
Joe
got
Rogan,
professional
who's got,
shit.
like-
Right, they've got a lot of professional shit, but like there are a lot of people out there that are doing good things that probably have the technology that we do. So maybe I just have to chill on that.
We just got to figure out how to make it sound better.
Yeah.
Because we're capturing good.
We've burned through a couple different mics that don't work for me, or the headphone mic doesn't work, period, and things like that.
When what we're running into is that we have the same microphone and it's called the same thing, so we can't get better.
Yeah, we plug it into the computer, and the computer thinks it's just one microphone.
One microphone.
It's confused.
So yeah, stupid computers. So we'll get better at tech. I mean, we did a lot in the first year, Nate, which is going to be hard to top.
Yeah.
But we can all dream about the things we want to do this coming year.
Yeah, man. I think
More James time apparently is going to be on the hotline.
Yeah,
But
it's gotta be.
what do you want to work
Can
on?
you? What if you did like pre-recorded messages, like the James, like literally the James hotline? Like remember when we were kids, you could like call up and talk
Crank
to
hangers?
Saved by the Bell or something.
Yeah, That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Crank
No,
Fingers is the best.
I meant with like to
Yeah.
talk to Kelly Kapowski, hit 1, and you'd be like, beep. You dial 1-800 number, and your parents would be like, what the fuck is this? I'm just trying to see what Zach Morris's cool tips are, Mom. Anyway,
wait, whoa, you're not getting off the hook here.
it's not working. So
Hold on. Did you seriously call Saved by the Bell?
No, but I'm just
Where
trying
is
to.
this coming from?
I'm trying to get an example. There were things. You should Google it because
No.
there were back when we were kids.
No.
You and I, less James because he's younger.
am
But there were
younger.
like all these ads online, and, or not online, but on TV where you could like call and talk to Heavy D and the boys and things like that.
Oh yeah, I remember
Right?
those. But
Remember those?
Why did you go to Saved by the Bell for the first one?
I just thought of the first thing that happened when we were kids.
Mr. and Mrs. Morales, if you're listening, please call into the future hotline and tell us
There was no Saved by the Bell call.
if Nate was just burning your credit card with Kelly Kapowski minutes.
The point is wouldn't that be funny if it was just James?
I think it would be great.
I would be there.
Talk to a city player. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
You want a vodka Red Bull?
First team all vodka Red Bull.
First team vodka, all vodka Red.
But I think in the future, I really want to do some more on-location recordings, and I think part of that
100%.
ties into the technology thing, like we did at Kieran's. And I think as a team and as a podcast and as a fan base, I really want to own this bar. Like
The Viking Bar, man.
The Viking
I
Bar.
feel like it's gonna be like our thing.
I hope it is, because the Bavarians, they've got obviously their beer hall, which
Which
is built in, right? But Bear Fight Providence, Detroit City, they've got their watering hole.
Yeah.
Where all the fans go. And I think part of building a fan base and kind of reaching out to people is if we can go to the Viking Bar and know that you can find like 2 to 3 citizens, 2 to 3 fans
Right.
that can shoot the shit about Minneapolis City
about
with,
shit.
and just bring
Yeah.
and so if we're talking passionately about City at Viking, or if Baker's there with Sarah or whoever just happens to be there, and you get people sitting at the bar to be like, what are you guys talking about? Like, that helps spread the word.
Right.
Like, just being out in the community and making it a point
think-
of conversation organically would be sweet.
Well, I think we're gonna have that. I mean, hopefully, the Nelly is our field for. I've coined it the Nelly.
I like the
Nelly.
Nelly.
Yeah, the Nelly.
I like the
Okay.
Nelly.
Or the Nell. They start thinking like,
Swell now.
yes,
Yeah,
that's
come
what
up with
we-
other nicknames.
Yep. Maybe we'll have a little nickname poll. Figure that out.
I like
Excuse
the
me.
Nelly because then we can do all sorts of ride with me jokes and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. There's bandages under our eyes. 2S isn't a video podcast. Maybe we up our tech and this is all video.
Oh,
that'd
nobody
be
wants
cool.
to look at you.
I mean,
How are you?
I can respond. No one wants to listen to you.
that's true,
There,
that's
see, there you go. Yeah, that's why we work so well together. Can't quit you. But no, I agree with you. But I think what we started with Dustin, but I want to do more interviews, and maybe not as long as his, because his went pretty long. Would be like interviews with people who are connected to soccer and not connected to City. Like every now and then throw in like somebody from the Bavarians, just to hear like their take on things. Or like other podcast hosts, like the guys at Flacco Glass, like just like talk to them about soccer and not about City,
Yeah.
and just throw that in because like when we randomly don't have things to talk about, it's like, oh, well, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
We can't get a player on like James, or it's on an anniversary. Like what? Then what do we do?
I think there's a huge community out there of people who really love talking about soccer and who do a great job of it.
Yeah.
And we've done a good job this year of establishing ourselves as part of that community. We just need to be able to start reaching out to them and start like we've already been talking. You've talked to the Detroit City guys via Twitter and made friends with them.
Friends.
They don't hate you.
For a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, I think like via Twitter
Reconciled.
we can start like
we killed him with kindness.
yeah, and even Oakland City doesn't hate us really. Like so, and they've got their own podcast
I'd actually love
now.
to have those guys on.
Yeah, so like
because now I don't have to shit on Oakland County.
yeah, Oakland County, that's who they are.
Yeah, I forget. Oakland
So it's
County.
city, county, it's all the same.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, I want to do that. I want to bring in more people.
Well, we're pleased to have another player in the studio tonight, and it's
Kinda heard him.
Yep, it's one that you'll know well if you've been on the Stegman's tip for a few years. Goalkeeper James Nair, you are sitting next to me, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Nate.
Enjoy some bullet.
Yes,
Yeah,
more bullet.
Whiskey time.
That's like a homeless style size of bullet, by the way. That you there's like
It's
it's
kinda
just
like
a
a makeshift
baby
bit.
bottle of bullet.
It's cute though.
We don't. We'll take a picture of it and post it. We don't need a full bottle of whiskey. No, we do not.
No.
Not tonight.
Tuesday.
So, James, you're from Matamidi, Minnesota. Is that
yeah.
Go Zephyrs?
It is Go Zephyrs. Yep, totally.
Nice,
Yeah.
Where
nice.
is Matamidi?
It's kind of stuck in between White Bear Lake and Stillwater.
Yes.
So east side suburbs. Kind of right in between. And it actually means White Bear in Ojibwe, supposedly.
Oh, so it's the real white bear.
It's a real White Bear. That's
the
what we like to
first,
say.
the original.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I took the history of the Ojibwe at University of Wisconsin
Oh, really?
Milwaukee as my my cultural
Oh.
elective.
I thought you were going to say major.
Yeah. I ended up in advertising because I have a degree in
Cultural
the history of Ojibwe.
Hey.
But no, I don't believe it's white. It's translated 1-to-1 to white bear.
No.
But it's something like
Could it be
that.
pale
Something like
bear?
that.
Could it be bear who is a white man? Who knows?
Yeah. White man kill bear. I don't know.
White Man Kill Bear.
Yeah.
Your real first name. This is a little known fact.
Little
It's
known
Frederick.
fact. It is Frederick, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You go by James.
But I go by James. It keeps it simpler.
Frederick's a great name.
Yeah, it is. It's strong.
Why did you make the switch to
You know, it wasn't really my choice. My mom, when I was born, was a little bit annoyed by my father because at the last minute he was like, "We gotta name him Frederick James," because my dad's name's Frederick James and my grandfather's name's Frederick James.
How many
That's
Frederick-
legit.
does it keep
How
going?
could you
I'm
mom
Frederick,
argue?
so I'm Frederick James III.
That makes you an Esquire. by the
I'm
way.
the
No,
Esquire.
is it
Yeah.
Esquire? Is
Yeah.
it?
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought Esquire
Duke?
was like a legal
Third in a row.
title.
Third in a row?
Third
Sweet,
in a
I'm
row.
an
'Cause
Esquire. I like that. I didn't
almost
know that.
Andrew James Bisworm the third Esquire.
Oh, okay. I gotta start coining that. I like that.
So Ted Theodore Logan was really the third.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Things we realize. But I'm
What
actually
a time to be alive.
what a time to be alive, right? No, it's just a long history of names, and yeah,
Why did he make the switch?
I didn't. My mom just called me.
Well, no, why did he make the switch?
Why did he make the switch?
What were you going to be?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure. That's an unknown fact.
I'm going to tell you, dude. I agree, and it's hard to. There's like a innate like need to carry on your bloodline and to like keep family history like intact.
There is.
I don't
There's
know.
a factor.
I think that'd be great. If I'm already a junior, I
There
gotta
you
go for
You
three.
gotta
You gotta go for three, right?
I'm trying to go for four. I just
Three-peat.
got confirmation on
You gotta-
that from the girlfriend, so
you
that
gotta
was
go for
pretty good.
three-peat.
Had that, yeah.
You
We're
gotta
gonna go
go
for the
for
fourth.
Yeah, are you breaking some news here?
Wait, what was
No,
it?
no, definitely not.
Oh, you got
I'm about to say-
confirmation that four would be acceptable.
the acceptable
Not that four
name.
is on the
Not
way.
that is not.
That's
Number
a
4 is
very-
on the way. No. Holy
Careful,
crap.
buddy.
Yeah,
So-
that'd be bad.
So
Knock
speaking
on
of
wood.
Knock on wood.
Speaking
Wrap
of
your
fours,
willy.
you were a 4-year. You were a 4-year letter winner in the high school. with the
Yes.
Zephyrs. Your Class A high school state champion 2009.
Yeah, that was an exciting time. One of my favorite games.
You're an All-American in
stopped-
2009.
You stopped the penalty in the final.
I stopped. Actually, it was a good folklore. If anyone knows Paul Yonga, who played 4 years at UW-Madison, played in the 56er system for a while. Yeah, I stopped him. Good friend of mine. I knew which way he was going, and he went that same way from
You
playing.
just
at
gobbled it
Oh,
up.
I gobbled it up, and I got right in his face. It was fun. But that was a semifinal.
I'm going to get
though.
back to that point because
Yeah.
that's interesting. It's an interesting goalkeeper fact to talk about.
Yeah.
You're a 4-year letter winner at Carleton College. You went to
Yeah.
school with Timmy Willis.
Yeah, Timmy
Wills.
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 Trilla.
It's
Trilla.
hard.
Yeah.
Trilla? Is that
Trilla.
Is his nickname
Hey.
One Speed?
One Speed is definitely a nickname. Tim Wills is also known as the original GOAT since we've had someone since pass his goal scoring record,
Yeah.
like 2 years after.
Yeah, something named Braden McCarthy.
Brandon
McGarity.
Brandon McGarity. He's a good player, but
Yeah.
anyway,
What's he doing now?
he's thinking. Well, we'll talk about
Not
that.
playing
He's
for
in the cities, so he's getting healthy.
You're a 3-time MIAC champion.
Yes.
With Carlton. Mm-hmm. 2-time NCAA tournament participant.
Yeah,
And
sad times.
you are the number 1 goalkeeper on Segment's D1 team.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be included.
Multiple MASL D1 champion.
Yes.
And Minnesota Cup
Open.
champion.
Yeah, forgot about that.
U.S. Open Cup team.
Yeah.
So, James,
too.
you can't pick your nickname,
No.
which I get. Why do they call you Big Game James?
That's a good question. I don't know how that came across. Really. That was just something Biz came up with.
I just randomly
He's like,
we were warming up for the Open Cup, and I just called him Big Game James.
Yeah,
So there was
Big Game
there
James.
was no actual Big
There's
Game.
Literal none.
no big game. No big game. Just
Well, no, there was in 2009, but I didn't know you.
Right, I'm just saying, like,
that was big game. Yeah,
it might be one of those things like you're a legend.
legendary. I like to think of myself as legendary, but maybe that's too egotistical. I don't know.
No, I mean the legend of Big Game James is a thing, but I thought it was more. I couldn't think of a nickname because you're always talking during everything.
I'm always talking. I love talking.
That's why having you on is great because
Fill some spaces.
yeah,
here and there.
airtime. But
right?
no, like during the Open Cup run, and we'll talk about it a little bit as we move forward here. But James was always like talking about something that had nothing to do with what we were actually doing. Like we're warming up, and he's talking about something else.
You guys see the new episode of Legion? That show is messed up.
I have to give my 2 cents on anything, and with the group of guys we have coming from all walks of life, my ability to read into kind of where they come from
Right.
and coin a joke or get something out of them is always fun.
Very much so the locker room guy.
The locker room guy, I love locker room banter. That's why I still play soccer, man. I love hanging out with the boys.
Sweet.
So tell us a little bit about how you got involved with City. As those kind of close to the club and in the inner circle know who you are, but maybe some of the listeners don't know like how you came involved and your story.
Yeah, so my story started I was actually playing with Twin Stars. Long story, but that's kind of that's a group I came out of high school, playing with Blackhawks, being under Josef Darbaki, and playing with that whole group of players. Went off to Carleton and met the Cammy Wills show down there, who are obviously, as we know, we've talked about them a bit, but Cameron and them had an incredible connection playing soccer, and they both stayed up here in the city. So they're like the 2 guys from the Carleton soccer team that are still around, and they were associated with Internationals, which became Stegman City or Stegman Internationals. And when I came out of college, I was looking for a squad, and they're like, hey, we need a goalie. And I joined up there and then made that progression from Internationals into Stegmans. And then that's kind of how eventually when Keith, R.I.P., but Keith and I sat down, and he came after talking to you guys and brought the whole Minneapolis City idea up and wanted kind of some veteran players who had been around to kind of mentor some college guys, and I was more than interested, so that's kind of why I'm in this chair.
So one question before we go to the next one, that's on script. So how did you go from being like you're 6'5", 6'5"?
6'5", yeah.
6'5".
Good God.
Being a 6'5" goalie with the skills you have.
Yeah.
And you just put down some whiskey.
Yeah, just throwing it down.
As
just
the skills
waiting.
you have.
Skills.
So in a lot of people's eyes, going to a MIAC school might look like, why'd you go to Carleton?
It's the long story short is that after that 2009 championship game, I was traveling all the time, doing all that soccer. I was playing Bangu, the original Minnesota Thunder / Wings, and doing that whole path. And Division I soccer was a big part of my life, and that's what I wanted to do. But in reality, is I had a really serious injury. I had a concussion and a seizure, and that kind of put a lot of those scholarship opportunities at risk. And a lot of schools rescinded some of those offers. So for me,
What was your number one?
number one was Creighton, and thank goodness I didn't go there because I don't think I would have ever played. Those guys are good, but I have a little bit of self-doubt. But
No way, man. You would have played at Creighton.
we would have seen, yeah. But that was a good opportunity because then the only person that kept on calling me was Bob Carlson from Carleton, and my connection to the school there is that I'm a smart guy, but I'm not the typical Carleton student per
You're not
se.
Ryan Camerata.
I'm not Ryan
Wills.
Camerata getting my PhD
Yeah.
in chemistry, but But my parents went there, and so I was always interested, and so I had heard about it, and they always had a good soccer team. Like when I was growing up, I went to Carleton games, and they were always competitive in the MIAC, and it was close to home, and offered me the opportunity to play 4 years of college ball, which was very important to me.
Nice. So names like Elder, Duncan are tossed around as the main goalkeepers with City, but you're just as much an important part of the squad as they are. Tell us what it's like in the City goalkeeping meeting room and how you guys kind of handle knowing there's only one guy that can play at a time, because you're not like a center midfielder where you can go on at any minute. There's one guy.
So is it like a quarterback situation where like there's the quarterbacks that are like together in their own meeting room, they prep together, and they understand the game together,
train together.
We're weird that way, man. We go off at the first 20 minutes of training and 30 minutes of training and do our own thing, and we're a close-knit group, and we understand that it's one person in between the pipes at a time, and that was a learning experience. I think that was the biggest thing I take away from last year, is because each one of us, Duncan, Elder, and me, we had never played together growing up, ages, schools, whatever, but all of us had been the starting goalkeeper, and so that was a learning experience for me, stepping in and being like, I got to compete. I got to be the guy that, pushing each other, and that fostered a really good environment, and that's why I think we had good people between the pipes, and it was a lot of fun. We had a good dynamic, definitely.
I think that's the important thing, and the reason why I asked the question was because I felt like, I have an inside look into all this. Yeah. I'm the all-seeing eye. But
Sauron.
The loon eye of Sauron.
God damn it! Stop it! But no, you guys all have a good relationship together.
Yeah.
And
I haven't had that in the past. All my other relationships, even at Carleton, there was level. It was kind of weird. It was just like you went to school together. It was like but the guys that I was playing with weren't on the same level, and they weren't really as passionate about the game, I thought, as I was. Yeah. And each one of us have the same training mentality: is get your reps and have fun and throw a laugh around, and also be serious when you're making big saves. So
right.
So now that your goalkeeper coach is our head coach, how do you see his approach to coaching?
Off script.
It is off script, but I just thought it was.
That's all right. That's all right.
Like, how do you see his approach to coaching affecting the rest of the team?
It's interesting because Pribble is an interesting goalkeeper coach. He really enjoys putting you through rigorous. It's a cardio workout as well as a technique. So that was a big challenge for me. And I think that he'll bring, like I've read through our fitness plan today, he's trying to do an all-out press attack, right? But that comes from the back line. How I was raised. Well, it's secrets. I mean, it comes from the back line. It comes from organization from the back that then helps pushing up the midfield, that helps then get the forwards up. So it's just kind of a natural progression. And so I think that his ability from a goalkeeper perspective will be beneficial for the whole kind of mentality of our team. I'm not trying to give away our trade secrets, but I think it's pretty obvious. But I think
it makes sense.
Good.
Like as a past goalkeeper to know, like, the thing to do is to not make the goalkeeper do any work.
Yeah, and make sure the goalkeeper's communicating, because that's the biggest thing that separates you from high school, club level, even college level to our level. I think is just that the communication coming from the back is becoming more and more key.
Yeah, it's what separates us from the animals.
Exactly.
I think we're lucky is that we have 3 starting goalkeepers, and on any given time, any given moment, any one of the 3 of you, like 100% comfortable relying on.
We've been in big games, so it's fun for us to sit back and then also have, when we get those opportunities, we want to shine. So
right. So as we mentioned, you were part of the Open Cup. Tell us a little bit about your experience leading up to the match, from me saying big game, James. This didn't happen, but me saying James, we're putting this together. You want in?
Yeah, I wanted in from the beginning.
Where we're at now.
From where we're at now, I mean, it's obviously super, super disappointing. Hashtag, I don't know, let us back in. I think that ship has sailed. But it was, from when you mentioned us participating in the Open Cup, it was exciting because I actually played once, and we'd gone down to Omaha and just got our shit kicked. By the Creighton Met. We played Twin Stars, so it was Twin Stars team. And I was probably 16, 17 at the time, and that was my first experience. So I kind of had an idea of what the level it would take, because we're playing Creighton's men's league team, and they're ballers. They're good, and they kicked the shit out of us. And so I kind of had an idea of what it would take, and when we're kind of formulating, getting the piece of the puzzle together, I was excited because that team compared to 5 years ago there was no comparison. We just had so much talent at like each position, 2 or 3 people deep, and it was fun, and obviously trained together all fall. It was super, super exciting.
It's almost like the same formula I'm putting together for this summer.
Exactly, it is. Just pulling it all together.
So when we get to the game day, there was like total buzz, like from everyone walking into the
Super
locker
hyped.
room, walking out to the venue, knowing ahead of time. Kind of, we spoke. You and I spoke about like that Matt was going to be the starter for the game. We talked about reps ahead of time. So you guys both got the reps, but we selected Matt.
Yeah.
Give me a look inside of kind of how you took it in stride, and knowing that at any moment in a double overtime game, like how do you prepare yourself mentally for like, I could go in at any time? Like, how do you not get complacent with like being involved in the game from on the other side of the touchline?
Just, it's just one of those things when you're sitting on the bench because you want to be in, so you're always envious. You know what I mean? So you're sitting on the edge of your seat, and when you have a game like that with the high stakes and one and done, you know what I mean? If you get kicked out, you lose, you're done. Yeah. You're always paying attention, so that focus on the bench keeps you really involved and really locked in the game. I mean, Oakland's keeper, heck, I thought I would go in for them when he got rocked.
Yeah,
I don't know how he stayed in the game.
That guy was
he was tough.
Respect to that guy.
Yeah, that was a big knock, but
I mean,
that's just an exhibit A of what could happen, and so you always have to be mentally prepared.
Well, right, like you talked about how you had big head injury.
Yeah.
Elder broke his leg.
Gosh, that was bad.
Like, so at any moment, like, I mean, you think about like a goalkeeper's durability, or like they barely get touched, but those like instances where like something serious happens, you need to have an equal backup option. Yeah. And it's not a backup like in a negative sense.
No.
It's having 1A, 1B, 1C, but they're all still one.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And it's nice that we have that in City and the ability to kind of, because the key to, I'm coming from a goalkeeper perspective, so I'm going to be biased, but a key to, if you have someone that's going to be stable and reliable between the pipes, it's going to help out the rest of the team just from the back all the way up. And so when you have those options in depth, it makes it a lot more easier for a coach and the rest of the team.
So before I turn it over to Nate, one last question. What was your favorite part of the? My next question would have been like, what was your reaction when you found out you weren't going to be in the Open Cup? But you already talked about how it sucks. But what was the one thing you're going to take away from that whole time? Like all of our trainings, the game, everything. Like what was the best?
The best,
I think the story you can tell about it.
I think warm up was my favorite. 'Cause I love the chatting and talking. It was just a great group of guys. I mean, you look at the talent we had out there, and I'd played with or played against all those guys at some point growing up in my soccer career. And so that was really fun. It was kind of like a return to the pitch with a bunch of people that I hadn't played with since before college or some bits and parts after college. So for me, that was one of my favorites, is just reconnecting and rekindling some of those relationships with the Brown brothers. Like, those guys are from Yosef's back in the way back in the day. And so for me to hang out and play with those guys and talk and see how they're doing, Whitney has a kid, I mean, times are changing, and so for me it was really fun to rekindle and shoot the shit with the boys. So
you're a relationships guy.
I am a relationship guy. I'm a people person. I like talking, so it makes it easy.
Well, also you remember that kind of stuff, because a lot of the people we talk to are like, that's one of the questions I ask is like, have you played with any of these people before? And they're like, I don't know, maybe against other teams. I've seen them around the field, but they don't either care about or remember the detail that you do. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, from ODP and all these experiences I've had in the soccer community, Midwest soccer for me is like, we show up to Bavarians. I see some guys that I've played against, not Bavarian, it was Bavarians, but there's guys that I just see and I've played against, you know what I mean? And I can say, hi, what's up? And we kind of make that connection. And it's a small knit community, and that makes it great.
It's
in
like
the Midwest.
when you're running around Lake Calhoun. You got to give the person the nod.
Just give the person the nod.
You only know them from running around Lake Calhoun.
Yeah. That's kind of how it is.
And you share that.
Yeah. You share fitness.
Yeah. And then but just to finish up, it's like guys like, I use this as an example, Charlie Adams. I played him in the MIAC. Gustavus Carlton, huge rivalry. Mm-hmm. I hated Charlie Adams. I hated him playing college soccer. Chuck, I hated Chuck. But you know what? It's fun because we had a mutual respect because he's a good player and we were a good squad as well. And I just always, in making that kind of friendship now where we're at, was, we would never see eye to eye before the season. So that's fun to have kind of built that friendship.
Well, it was interesting seeing like how
Because we really didn't like each other.
how everything kind of like melted into like this mutual.
Yeah.
And like we talked about it with Miles, we talked about it with Dustin and with Tim most recently, that like there was a point in time where we were like, this is not good enough.
No.
We are going to go into this game and lose.
About 4 weeks out, probably. I'd say it was about
Yeah,
It
it was about a month out from
Yeah.
the game, and
we were nervous.
I'm getting pressure from the brass.
Yeah.
I'm getting some heat.
Figure it
like,
out.
Don't lose this game,
No.
kind of thing. Figure it out. And I think that it just took that extra couple weeks for it to kind of finish melting into.
Completely.
It melted from a snowman into a snowball.
The
where
congealing.
the congealing into a snowball, where we finally all kind of came together, and it's awesome that you talk about that, how you and Chuck weren't the best.
Not the best of buds.
But he's such a nice guy.
He is a nice guy, but he would
Yeah.
run around chirping in a British accent. We just thought he was cocky and 2-foot tackling people, and it was just Mayak soccer.
That was just Mayak soccer,
That was just
man.
Mayak soccer.
That's who he's raised, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're coming off a bit of knee surgery.
Yeah, that was
You guys
interesting.
were talking about this before I got here.
Yeah. So
I was there.
I missed the first winter get together, and then I showed up to the second one, and I'm running around, obviously warm-ups, love warm-ups, shooting the shit with the boys. And then Elder is sitting there, he's like, yo, how's your knee? And through that whole Open Cup prep, I hadn't any issues because my knee would lock up, and then I would stand up and straight.
You had like one.
I had
That was
maybe
kind of
one,
a
yeah.
little-
And I would lock up and I would straighten my leg out and I'd feel this pop and it'd be fine. Like I could play a 90-minute, I could run, I could do everything. And so I went and see a surgeon in the middle of summer. He said, yeah, it'll be torn in 6 months. And I kind of put that behind. I was like, yeah, right, whatever, dude.
What do you know?
What do you know?
Guy.
Yeah, orthopedic surgeon. And and so then Elder, right before, he's like 15 minutes in with Doug, new goalkeeper coach, trying to impress. I'm busting my ass. And Elder's like, yo, how's your knee? And I was like, yo, nothing's happened. Feels good. Minute and a half afterwards, it just goes kunk. And I'm like, dude, I can't straighten it out. I'm calling my girlfriend and I'm in the ER like 45 minutes later.
Whoa.
Getting the good pills. So, yeah, it was interesting, but it's healing up well and I'm feeling good. So, just trying to be back and ready for the season.
So that's the first time that's ever happened, right?
Yeah, I've never had any knee surgery. I've had an ankle surgery, but other than that, no.
That's good. So
Yeah. Pretty healthy guy.
Prognosis is great. You're going to be back.
Yeah, I had the same. I went into. It was kind of funny. I went into surgery thinking it was going to be a removal, so it's called a meniscectomy. I'm a med guy, so they were going to take it out, and I was like, awesome, that's great, because I'll be back in 4 weeks. I'll be playing, doing walking, back to work just like that. He did the same surgery AP had, and so I was thinking like, I could heal fast all day.
Surgery all day.
And I thought I was going to heal faster than AP. And my surgeon's like, yeah, you're not healing fast.
Adrian Peterson.
You're not Adrian
You are
Peterson.
not
so
superhuman.
a little bit longer
You
recovery.
might be big game James.
But I'm not AP,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So do you prefer keeper or goalie, by the way?
Ooh, that's a good question.
One feels
keeper.
keeper
I like
feels
keeper.
so
I like
traditional,
netminder.
right?
Keeper. Netminder's cool, but you could get that mistaken with like a hockey goaltender or
No
something.
one's looking at you and thinking you play hockey.
No,
Come on.
I did play hockey one game.
6'5", man, but not
And lacrosse
goal.
goalie. I played
Yeah.
lacrosse goalie, hockey goalie. No fun.
No.
Soccer goalie's better.
All right, that was always my question. Is like because
Keeper.
as an American, right, and it's hard to kind of go back and forth. Like you hear keeper on TV, you hear keeper on FIFA, you get it, but like there's an instinct to say goalie because you just are, especially in Minnesota, you're raised in
Yeah.
hockey.
I like
Yeah.
GK.
GK's. I call it GK a lot too.
So keeper, one
Yeah.
of those positions that it's all about instinct really as much as
Yeah.
it is about physical ability, right?
Yeah.
When in your development, whether growing up, whether you're playing for Bangor or whatever, did
Yeah.
you really feel that click?
Ooh, well, it started when I moved back to the States. So I actually grew up abroad until 2001. And so after 2001, I moved back. My dad was a coach of a team in Ohio, and this kid was just he didn't want to play goalie anymore. So my dad just stuck me between the pipes, and I fell in love like instantaneously. I was
Where in
like,
Ohio?
Piqua. It's
Piqua.
it's
Yeah, I don't
kind of north
know.
of Dayton. Yeah. So
Yeah, I was born in Dayton.
you were born in Dayton?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I lived in Piqua for a year. I didn't like it a whole bunch. I'm sorry, Biz.
That place sucks.
No, it did suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an interesting time in my life, but no, my dad put me between the pipes, and I loved it. So, yeah.
And that was it.
That was it. I wanted to be a stuntman when I grew up, and so I figured like jumping
jumping,
around,
you're flying?
jumping, flying. Like there's posts nearby, and I can
Bashing into people.
Yeah, get to crush people. It was fun.
So how do you, when it comes to like instincts and reflexes and things, how do you stay sharp in that department?
I love lacrosse balls and tennis balls. Any kind of ball that's in the house. My mom had a rule no bouncing it, but I completely broke that rule every day of my life.
So it's just a matter of like
I always
chucking 'em?
chucking them and just hand eye. It's obviously something I'm blessed to have, but I just always play with the ball, not two, just one.
So as long as you're
with it, James. Quit playing with the balls down there.
So as long as your knee heals up right, as a keeper, you could conceivably play for many, many, many more years.
Yeah,
right.
I would love to.
And especially at a high level, as long as you stay sharp physically and of course mentally, as we were talking about.
I can't lose my mind.
Guys like Anti-Cop come to mind.
Remember Anti-Cop?
No.
He's the cheeseburger guy we talked about
Okay.
with the Croatians.
Yeah.
Anti-Cop was like a coach for a number of years
shut
before
us
he
out.
came.
Dude, I talked to him after the game, and I was like, legend. He stood on his head a few times there. He was a funny
it's
guy.
good.
Cheeseburger.
He knows what's up, and it's a matter of
God,
like I was saying, it's
Yeah.
a matter of like less a matter
Hopefully I
of
have
like
less gut.
like well look at Wayne Shaw right for
Yeah.
Sutton, like the dude's 46 years old, he still plays for Sutton.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, right?
But
So,
that was
Dan
hilarious.
Hodeman, right? They all come to mind as far as like older dudes that can still
stop a
kick
shot.
it,
Yeah.
right? So you're still a young guy, but do you see yourself playing for a long time, and then moving into coaching, or
You know, I dabble with the coaching, but it's never as much fun as playing. I will say that much. Like I just like I don't like dealing with parents, so I just prefer to coach goalkeepers. But I'll do that on the side. But I'm definitely gonna try playing as long as I can. There's no doubt about that.
So how do you feel about Wayne Shaw, the 46-year-old roly-poly goalie?
Goalie. Pie eater.
Pie eater.
Yeah, he's forced to resign, right?
He's forced to resign. I
Have
think
you ever-
it's
have you-
hilarious.
have you ever slammed a beer or any sort of meat pie on the sidelines
Twin Stars.
to win a bet?
Not to win a bet per se, but I've definitely eaten a sandwich on the side of a Twin Stars game, just chilling. That's how operation was run for a little bit there. But
Can we assume it's still how that operation?
yeah, I
operation is
think
run?
so. I don't even know. I haven't talked to him, so we'll see. Do some recon. Who knows? But you sit there. Open a can of worms.
Right, exactly. Anyways, so now is the time of the show where we hit the Lupient Automotive Speed Round.
Are you ready for the speed round?
Vroom, vroom.
Before we start, get a little plug for Lupient here. I have to say that because every time I read the plug, one of the people in the room responds to what I'm saying. So, does your car turn heads when you drive by for the
No.
wrong reasons? See, you just did it.
I did mess
For the wrong reasons? Because it's a pile of crap? Well, you are in luck. Replace that beater with a new rig from any of your friendly neighborhood Lupient Automotive dealerships. From Kias to Infinities, they surely have a car way better than yours. Visit Lupient.com for all things car. Okay, James. The
All
Lupient
right.
Automotive Speed Round goes like such.
Okay.
10 questions.
Listening.
You must answer one before I go to the next.
Okay.
I ask everyone the same thing. Do you need to stretch? Do you need some? I got you a
Go
bottle
water.
of water. You good? Do you need more bullet? Anything
Good
like
on the
that?
bullet, I think.
Yeah, I think we're all good on
On
the
the
bullet.
good all-
I think
yeah, we're all good on the bullet.
Yeah. Cheeks are pretty rosy. Here, on the,
Toasty.
Yeah. Did someone turn the heat up? I don't know what's going on there. So, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Number one. What famous Olympic runner who won 9 Olympic gold medals, 1 Olympic silver medal, and 10 world championship medals, including 8 gold, by the name of Carl Lewis? What is his real name?
I have no idea.
If you put kind of
Okay, all right. Gerald.
the answer is Frederick.
Oh, I should have thought with my gut. Yeah,
that is
dang
so-
it. That was a
that
good
is
one. Now I know where we're going, Biz. I know where
So
we're going with these.
his name is Frederick Carlton Lewis.
Oh, so we got the Frederick and the Carlton connection. I see.
Yeah,
All right,
see what-
shoot.
yeah.
All right. I
believe
see
you
what you
found
did
that.
there.
There were so
That's
many,
ridiculous.
There were so many Fredericks in the world that I looked up that were famous, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Perfect.
Frederick
I don't know.
Carlton
Lewis.
Lewis. Holy
Perfect.
shit! All right, so number 2, you definitely failed on that one. Number 2,
Failed. Failed.
In 1940, what product from Church and Dwight was introduced into the market as a way to reduce the tensile strength of the keratin so greatly that hair could be wiped away.
Nair.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I got
now
that one.
you
That
see
one's
what I
good.
did there.
That's what I use. That's what I used to try and pick up chicks at the bars. Is my family owns Nair, the women's shaving cream. Didn't work that often.
Didn't work.
So question one was.
Not a great thing.
Not
to
a
say
great thing
over-
to say. No.
So
So
free
question-
samples.
For samples.
So question one was.
Frederick Carlton Lewis.
And the
Nair.
So Frederick Nair.
Oh, I got the first. Okay, all right.
Anyways, okay. So number 3, Lloris or Courtois?
Ooh. Courtois.
Navas or De Gea?
De Gea. Manu.
Courtois or De Gea?
De Gea.
And is Neuer better than all of them? Or is there someone better than all of that?
Peter Schmeichel. But that,
Schmeichel.
I mean, I got to give that shout out. But no, Neuer better than all of them, definitely.
So what is the first big soccer match you remember ever watching?
Ever watching?
Like when you were a young Frederick?
Young Frederick. Manchester United, Bayern Munich, 98, treble, Champions League, that game. When Ole Gunnar Solskjaer put the ball in the Germans' net.
That was a big game.
That was a big game.
A really big game.
Yeah, that was a big game.
What is the first pair of goalkeeper gloves you ever owned?
I don't remember the model, but they were definitely Reusch.
And what do you go to now?
Ooh. Adidas finger saves, super lame.
Finger save. Well,
It's okay. They're all right. It's just
It's
they're
what
easy.
you feel comfortable in.
Yeah. They're big. They're clunky. They do the job.
All right. So number 7, we asked this of everyone. Everyone gets
Okay.
one of
All
these.
right.
Would you rather have not like the one I'm going to say, but everyone
Okay,
gets a
yeah,
would
all
you
right,
rather?
all right.
Would you rather have the ability to see every text that wasn't sent to you,
Ooh.
or the ability to see every text that was sent about you? That one's pretty deep.
Wait, hold on.
So I'll read it again.
Read it one more time, yeah.
Would you rather have the ability to see every text that wasn't sent to you,
Yeah.
or the ability to see every text that was sent about you?
I have a big ego, but I'd have to say the previous.
You're gonna see every text
Text
about
that's-
you
about-
anyway,
I guess so. Both.
Not necessarily.
Not
I can be like,
necessarily.
hey, Nate, James is a total
and then I'll
asshole.
miss it.
then you miss, right?
Yeah.
All
So yeah. So you want to see the ones that?
Yeah.
Wait, which ones?
The first one
So sent to you.
sent to you. No.
Every text that wasn't sent to you
Wasn't
is
sent
going
to
to
you.
be.
It wasn't sent to me.
would
Yeah.
include-
Every text.
You wanna
would
read
It could be
include
about
every
me,
text
but like
about
I want
you,
to know.
right?
Yeah, I guess it in some sense it would include.
Are they
every
mutually
single-
exclusive? Like you wouldn't see any text about you?
I mean,
I don't know if they're mutually
I don't know if we
exclusive.
have to go that. We don't have to cut that deep into it, or yeah.
All right.
We can, but no.
It wasn't like when I asked David Baker from the Citizens if he'd rather have no knees or no elbows.
He melted down. He was like, he locked up.
He's like, what?
Like, what? I don't
I don't
yeah.
know what to do. I can't move.
Right. Okay, so what city new boy are you most excited to watch or to play with this summer?
I guess the new boy. Are we talking about new boys from Open Cup squad or just any new boy?
From last summer to this summer.
Last summer.
Because the
this
Open
summer.
Cup was a little bit more of a kind
Yeah,
of
I don't know. I mean, we've signed Whitney Brown, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Whitney Brown is an exciting player from his professional aspirations to being a kind of almost a legend in Minnesota soccer, scoring goals and taking names. I'm excited to see what he does in the NPSL.
Sweet. All right, so I've asked this about a couple guys. You've been involved with Stegman's in an official capacity for over a year now.
Woo!
Multiple anniversary parties.
Two.
Yep.
Love them both.
Just getting
Just
wrecked
getting wild.
and getting wild. Yeah, it's-
Wrecked.
Just
That's
get-
true.
just get-
Very fun
just getting
times. Great
wrecked.
times.
Can you please tell me who Stegman is and what he looks like?
Stegman. He has a mustache.
Well, who is he first?
I don't know who he is. I'm blanking, dude. You can't ask me these questions on point, man.
It's
Yeah,
the
Stegman's he's not involved with the club anymore currently, right? He's gone, or is he still?
He's
around?
not dead.
No, I know he's not dead. I know I'm not implying that he's dead, but he's not a player in the club.
No.
Okay. He was a guy on one of the original Stegman teams. He has a flowy hair to the right, and then he's got the mustache. But I've never actually met him in person, so I can't really.
You'd have to go back to Ohio.
You have to go back to Ohio because he was Dan and I's youth coach when we were 9,
There
10,
we
and
go.
11.
Oh, see, I missed that. Oh, gosh. Now I feel guilty, man.
Yep. So, but I mean, you knew what he looked like.
I knew what he looked like because I've seen the cutouts and the legendary mustache.
It's on the captain's armbands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So he is alive, lives in Boca Raton.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
is he the one voting for Boca Raton FC and
Probably.
in the American side?
Actually, no, definitely not.
No, he's not 1,000 Brazilians.
No, I guarantee he has no idea how to use the internet. Never mind. Anyway, okay, so last one. Being a goalkeeper, you are usually on an island by yourself.
Trying to keep myself focused on the game.
Here we go. And some games you need to keep your mind occupied because you're not getting a lot of action.
No.
What is the oddest thing that you've thought about in game?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit that goes on in my head.
I'm sure any of the things you're going to say is odd to anyone.
I don't know. I've thought about just what I'm going to have for dinner. That's not that weird, but like I think a lot about food that's coming after the game. Like, what am I going to do? Who am I going to see? When I was in high school, it was always like, oh shit, what I got planned? Who am I going to text? Am I going to meet up with someone?
Where
am
the
I
ladies
get some
at?
ads? Exactly. And I'm always thinking about the girls in the stands. So it not anymore. There's one lady in the stands, but back in the day, it was kind of like, who's that cutie over there to the left? What's she wearing? Like, I used to think about stuff like that. You have to catch me at a given moment. There's a lot of weird shit that goes on.
What about now?
Right now?
Yeah. Knowing that you're not in high school and you're texting shorties.
That's what he's saying.
Right now, but it's pretty much, I'm saying food, I guess. It's not that interesting.
I mean, maybe you should pursue a career in culinary arts.
Where the White Castle.
I enjoy Chopped. I love me a good episode of Chopped.
Well, that is the Lupien Automotive Speed Round. Big game, James. Thank you so
guys.
much for being with us
Thank
today.
you.
Wish you a speedy recovery with that knee and looking forward to see you in the sticks.
The sticks.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
As a netminder.
The netminder.
Netminder.
Keeper, right? You said keeper.
Whatever
right?
you want.
Keeper.
As
GK
a-
keeper.
As a GK keeper.
We're going to have that battle continue.
So, if you or anyone you know has what it takes to sign up with Minneapolis City this summer, we have trials coming up. If you want to play with Big Game James, please go online at mplscity.sc.com. The trial is Thursday, March 2nd from 9:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. and spots are filling up fast. Arrive at least 20 minutes early for check-in and warm-up if you've signed up. Cost is $75 and location is West St. Paul Sports Dome, 1655 Livingston Avenue, West St. Paul, Minnesota, 55118.
Hey, thanks as always to Summit for their sponsorship of our podcast. We always enjoy Summit, especially while we're recording.
234 times.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's
36,
10 plus cases of Summit.
39,
40.
Over the course of the year.
40.
I don't think I've drank any of their beer more over the last year, which is pretty sweet for Summit, I suppose. Why don't you get down to your local liquor store and drink more Summit than I do? I dare you. And if you can't find a place that sells Summit, please move home. Membership for 2017, they are on sale. $60 gets you a season pass, gets you a fancy new membership scarf. We have a new design
true. They look
featuring our
sweet. They look really
skyline.
cool.
They look super sweet. And also the opportunity to make what we created your own. Like we said, we would love it if people just started showing up to bars and talking city, man.
So everyone knows, we're already eclipsed the season ticket holders we had all of last year
That's amazing.
currently. And it's
So
1
everyone re-upped plus at least one.
year.
That's a great stat. And when we just started, it's our only 1 year in.
Sports.
The sports are great.
We're sporting the sports out of the sports.
And if you're not quite sure that you want to commit to a full season, or you don't really know what we're really about, and you want to just check us out for one, you have a busy summer, or you're just interested in maybe catching a couple games, like I said. Single game tickets, they're on sale on our website. $8 will get you in if you buy ahead. It's 10 at the door at the Nelly. Head over to mplscitysc.com and get whichever one of those feels good to you today. But also I want to talk about the referral program, right? Because if you have friends,
Yeah.
you can refer a friend. to become an annual member. If you're an annual member and you want to bring your friend, refer them. Because both of you are going to get deals with a Z.
And it ends soon.
Yeah, hurry up. Have your friend use the promo code WELCOME2, that's the number 2, MPLS, and they will get $10 off their membership, so it's a $50 membership. And when they enter your name as the referrer, you will get $5 off of merch, and our merch is sweet.
It is no weird slash with a Target logo.
Yep, for every person you refer, you get $5. There's no limit, so free shirts if you're referring to people. Start racking up those credits. Hey, John, do you like to help people? We all help people.
I love it. I love it.
That's why I love this club.
Yep.
Minneapolis City helps others. If you're looking to align yourself with that group, if you're a professional organization, or just a multi-millionaire that just has some money lying around, or a really super generous poor person, please align yourself with us. We are a 501c3, which means we're completely tax deductible, and we do good on and off the pitch by providing those less fortunate to have a safe, reliable place to play this beautiful game. It's never too early to get the tax deductible credits in the books. Consider giving to the club that gives back. Hey, great news. If you want to get a hold of us, we've made it super easy. We finally got our shit together, and we have a new Twitter handle for you. We are at The People's Pitch, and you now have no excuse to engage with us because I'm coming for you. I'm going to engage for you. What? Anyway, tell us whatever you want to tell us. Tell us about what you want us to talk about. It's all good. If you want the email route, which you never do, but who knows, maybe you're someone's grandpa in the maybe you're someone's grandpa in someone's basement. It's the first time for everything. mcsepodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up at mplscitysc on Twitter. That's all for this week. We're back next week with much less bullet bourbon, hopefully. And a full breakdown of more soccer news, some banter, and another member or staff that will be in the studio for a show.
Wow, we might have another player or member of the staff on next week.
Is that what it says? It's now the part where we say goodbye. Please, God, go get him, Tiger. Take it away.
I am John. That was Nate. This is James.
Woo!
And thank you so much for listening. You got hoof.